Bellator Champion Series in London, England this weekend, coming up on September 14th on DAZN on HBO Max, I believe, is where it will be broadcast. This card absolutely fucking sucks. There's allegedly a number one contender series, a number one contenders fight in the main event between Leah McCourt and Sara. I don't care at all about this one, okay? And neither should you. It is not high-level MMA in the slightest. These two are women's featherweight fighters. The higher in weight women get, typically, the less athletic and the less developed they are as mixed martial artists. On the whole, sometimes they're better than others. Leah McCourt, a decent judo practitioner, getting her hands together in the last couple of years, just isn't all that dangerous. Not somebody that I really care to watch. Sara, on the other hand, kind of younger, on the come up, and the women's featherweight division in Bellator. I just don't really care. Who's gonna fight Chris Cyborg or Larissa Pacheco, I guess, that's what this fight is. Simeon Powell, light heavyweight, out of England. He's decent, but not anything to write home about. Luke Traynor, same kind of thing. Like, he's decent, younger guy, kind of on the come up. Tim Wild's going to be taking on Mark Giacchese, former UFC fighter, boring fighter. Used to be more exciting for sure. Has developed a smart but boring style over the years. Tim Wild's going to be tested in that one. The only fight I even remotely care about, really, truthfully, is the Archie Colgan fight. This guy's a lightweight who's arguably a featherweight, doesn't want to cut the weight, wants to build himself, put on muscle to get up into the lightweight division, has got great grappling, great wrestling, and is really, really dangerous on the feet. He's got heavy power in his hands, and he's got fast, good technical boxing ability. He's smart on the feet, and he's smart on the ground. Keeps himself mostly out of danger, and he's had a lot of really solid finishes and a couple of good decisions against solid fighters. But then you get down further in the card, Mike Shipman. I've seen the guy fight one time, don't really care. I don't even know his opponent. Joseph Luciano fighting out of Australia. This is a catchweight fight against Stephen Hill. I don't know who either of these guys are. And again, I watch a lot of MMA. I've heard of these guys in name, I just don't remember them. Most of them aren't memorable. Kieran Clark, good up-and-comer at bantamweight. I'm not familiar with his opponent, which means he'll probably walk right over him. Who knows? But Kieran Clark, another exciting fighter. So there's really two fights that I even care about. Kieran Clark and the Archie Colgan fight. This is a fun fight card for the UK crowd, for the London crowd, for the London fans to participate and go to. For sure, there's a lot of UK representation across the board. I just don't really care about this fight card. I'm not going to tune in for this one. Doesn't really have anything to do with my interests. These fighters are not high-level, top world-class fighters. I would rather watch a Cage Warriors fight card because they're actually fighting for something. These guys have already cemented themselves in the world of professional MMA. Cage Warriors, they're still trying to make a name for themselves, most of them. I don't know what else to say about this card. I think it fucking sucks. And, it's really disappointing because Bellator Champion Series, they wanted to put on 2 title fights every time they go out here. Well, one of them fell off, and it was going to be, Johnny Eblett and Fabian Edwards, another UK representation kind of fight. I'm not upset with that one. That one's a good fight. But that one fell through, too, and now we're stuck with a women's main event with the number one contenders. I get why Leah McCourt's the main event. She's the most popular fighter, but it could easily be the most boring fight on the card at the end of the night as your main event. That's just not a good look. That's not what I want to see from Bellator, who's already struggling as it is. PFL kind of seems to be struggling as it is. I don't know what's going on with them. We'll see what happens. I think this card absolutely stinks. They need to pull their shit together and get something going here because this is just not it.